What's going on to you, Virgo? So you have the Sun, Ace of Cups, Five of Wands, Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Then you have the Page of Swords, the Justice, the Emperor, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Wands. All right. So the Sun, right? The Ace of Cups, the Five of Wands, is not necessarily what it is that you think in this reading. The Sun and the Ace of Cups, the Five of Wands, very much so speaks to how a lot of you Virgos, a lot of you may not necessarily see this, but a lot of you Virgos really do have a blessing in disguise. And what I mean by that is you really don't have to worry about relationships if that's not something that you want to get yourselves into. The Sun card and the Ace of Cups, the Five of Wands, this really does speak to how people have overplayed their hands a little bit too much when it comes to you. Like I said before, when it comes to being a Virgo, I don't know if y'all knew this, but it really is a rites of passage for people to act like they can do better when in actuality they can't. And it's not like, especially when we strive to be something better, it's not like we're trash individuals. What it is that a lot of people want the celebrity, Walk of Fame, Hollywood Boulevard type of treatment, or so they act. And again, they constantly move the goalposts. They act like they want you to do all this, and you better have all this type of nonsense. But when a lot of you Virgos actually check the record and see the type of people, the quality of the people that people swear up and down is so quote unquote high value or so on point, they're really not on point. When you actually see these people, again, they're really not on point. They be getting with people who don't shower. They be getting with people who are disrespectful. They be getting with you see them, right? We see them. And again, they will hang out with everybody else but you. And it really goes, it really goes to show you how stupid it really is, because why can't they just get with you in the first place? So the Five of Wands, no, they have to cause up a commotion. They have to have problems. They have to start up drama, right? And the Seven of Cups, then they have to act like they're holier than thou, right? They have to act like they're holier than thou. They have to act like, oh, they're doing something, right? And you're the lowliest person on that list. You're not even on the list. You're just the lowliest person that they have in their life. Cool. But the Five of Pentacles represents, then they're trying to make you into a peasant. You're the peasant. You're the one that has to, be in the friend zone and quote unquote, all these little stupid terms. But the thing about it is that the Page of Cups is about how since that's the case, again, a lot of you Virgos are like, okay, cool. You're not going to be in someone's friend zone. But the cool, right, when you say, okay, cool, is about how a lot of you Virgos are like, okay, buck the system. I'll hang out by myself. But the Justice now represents, and that's what it is, that's what's having you take your own power back. Because a lot of you Virgos are understanding, like, look, the way that, like, real talk, and this is what I've been talking for the longest time, the way that a lot of people pick what a lot of people call themselves being quote unquote better than, they're really not. Like, anytime you see people who gotta go out of their way, like they have to come up with reasons why it is that they're going in on a person, insulting them, throwing out ad hominems, that's a tell. I've said this before. It means that they really don't have anything, so they have to throw out ad hominems. They have to insult the person. Like, again, I've said this before. you know what I'm saying? When I said this before, if you want to prove how valuable you are, shut up and show something. It's easy. Instead of doing all this and them having to throw out insults at you, it's like hush your mouth and bring something. The discussion will stop. But they can't. They're so stupid. They can't do that. It's like, oh, I gotta act like this. This right. This is the point. And the thing about it is that the justice. This is the irony of it, right? Because justice can also represent irony. But this is the irony of it. And the irony of it is the idea that you don't even have to bicker. You don't have to fight. You don't have to physically or verbally. You don't have to fuss with these people. The Emperor, all it is that you need to do, Virgo, is just stay cool, calm, collected. And a lot of you Virgos have been doing that. And the crazy part about it is a lot of you Virgos have been seeing how a lot of people have been flipping their lid. They don't have any kind of decency to them. Because with all of this, this talk acting like you're not this and you're not that, and you don't deserve any kind of respect and you're lowly, you Virgos will stop hanging out with them. And then now it's like, okay, cool. All right, cool. You don't complain. That's one thing. A lot of times people think that Virgos is complaining. You don't complain, which is false. Virgos don't complain for the most part, especially when they got their head together. And you're not even looking at it from a personal perspective. A lot of you Virgos are like, okay, okay. Right? Because the Emperor doesn't denote that. The Emperor is about having options and choices, right? Having options. So you're not really going to be tripping out if you're the Emperor. You understand what I'm saying? So this is more so about how you're like, okay, cool. You're looking at it from a scientific perspective. Like, okay, go off, do your own thing. And you're able to see the Ace of Wands. They sit up there struggling with the same people struggling with the idea that they talked all that trash to you. And the Two of Wands, but yet they're so worried about what it is that you've got going on, right? Still very much so thinking about you. Still very much so if they see you around, in your business, they can't, if they see you going to a store, they'll walk into the same store, not because they potentially want something out of the store. They may or they may not, but because of the fact that they're trying to see what it is that you've got going on, right? What it is that you're going to buy. And because remember, I said that a lot of people are up in other people's business, very much so, more than what it is that you think, right? People size each other up when it comes to who they're attracted to all day long. And I've peeped the game on that. People be in a place supposed to be handling business, trying to see what's going to. That's why it is that, some of the things are the way that they are. So with you Virgos, a lot of you Virgos have, like I said, right? The Justice, the Emperor, you've decided to quiet your mouth up. You Virgos is like, you know what? I'm going to just stay quiet and leave the spot. And now, what have they really got? So let's clarify the Two of Wands. Let's clarify the Two of Wands. What have they really got? Three of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. So a bunch of people who don't really take them too seriously. See, this is the issue. They just can't come out and tell you they like you. They want to be with you, but they are with, and they've got taken advantage of dysfunctional individuals on either side, right? On either side, that didn't really want them in the first place, that treated them like trash, because this is the type of quality that they are. You're a grown individual who can't pay bill came. You're not doing anything, right? And the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords is about how, and this is the type of interaction that they're looking for, because they're not putting in any kind of work. Again, they want other people to come through and save them, so they look real stupid. Now let's clarify the Emperor. And the reason why it is that I say this on both sides is because it's on both sides. Believe me. So let's clarify the Emperor. So to clarify, you have the Sun, Three of Swords, yeah, Two of Cups, Two of Wands. But we already have the Two of Wands. So that desperation is there because all they've been meeting is trash individuals, right? The Sun, the Three of Swords, right? Again, them being heartbroken. The people who you leave behind, who you stop talking to, Virgo, is completely heartbroken. And they looked for that because they didn't want to hang out with you. See, this type of stuff always happens to a lot of Virgos. This is why it is that I say that Venus falls there, because Venus falling in Virgo really does go to show you the hypocrisy and the stupidity of a lot of people walking around. The idea that they're too good to act like they have common sense with you, right? So you go, okay, cool. You're not taking it personally. But they can't do any better. And it's not to say that, and see, this is why it is I'm such a detractor, or a person that doesn't really like to talk about numbers and grading people on a number system. It's because a lot of the times a lot of you Virgos will be the best people that they will ever meet in their life. And the truth is that the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands, they really should have treated you better. But what it is that what it really is, let's tell the truth. What it really is that no matter what stage they are in their life, they think that they're on the verge or on the edge of finding someone better, when they don't seem to understand that what it is that they're looking for, that they claim that they're looking for, you Virgos already it. They're looking for a person that has loyalty to them, integrity, which is what you Virgos have when you have your mind right. But they spend so much time looking for the trophy of it in actuality, because they say that they want all these things, but they fail to understand that they fail to understand that you're actually all of those things, but they're ignoring that. But then they claim that they want that. So it's real dysfunctional.